So they always say that happiness is an inside job. But, um, there's no reason, and because I'm content. And I was peaceful sometimes when I was a child. Okay. So, what was nice that was said about me when I was a child is that I was content and just drawing. I didn't bother anybody. So, everyone, in my opinion, should love themselves and be content on their own. And unfortunately, victims have to accept that they will never ever get any validation whatsoever from their denying abuser. They were, and it was a continuous fight I had. It's useless. It really is. I really don't care. It's a total waste of my time, and it brings down my vibration, even if I ever had a vibrational level. Let's say mine was 0 my whole life, almost, pretty much. So, that's the hardest thing. And for the victim has it really, really hard. I mean, the abuser doesn't have to, they have it so easy. But how can they be that mean? And I'm thinking about the meanest person I've seen recently, which was LaToya's dead father. LaToya Jackson was very, very honest, and no one in her family was. And that's really, really sad. I couldn't watch the whole 20 minutes because it was just too sad. And whatever. A person should just try to strive to be their best, but they should be happy by themselves. So a person who needs to follow you around and needs to, I mean, it's fine to visit once a week, but I love myself. But I knew someone who doesn't and wanted to be around me 24/7. I could never ever take that. And that was also my dead husband too. It's total insanity. Why the narcissist needs to do that? They need to know everything about you, and they're feeding more energy off of you once they're around you 24/7. I almost went insane with my dead husband and the other one. It's just total insanity to not have any freedom at all, and not, have they are the bully and they have the say 100% of the time. And the victim doesn't. The only thing a victim is able to do is try to escape. Just get away. Don't be around, because they are that bad. They target their victim, and that is the end of their victim. Just keep on destroying. And oh my God. Awful people. They're not even people. They're just empty vessels. Big black holes that drain you, kill you. No one should suffer. Ever. Suffering is bullshit. Like, oh, I'm sacrificing for my kids. Who came up with that? Sacrifice for your kids? That's really sad. I did. My whole life was a lie, unfortunately. I don't want it to be a lie anymore. I don't know why. Other people can't just, forget. I guess when somebody really, really, really wronged you, there is no forgiveness. So there is no... The victim has to be real. And that's why the victim is never around. So, in my circumstance, like, I had a good reason to never be around ever since 2005. I had a really good reason. And it didn't matter of little fantasies that I made up. That doesn't matter at all. It doesn't. I never had a place. My life is awful. I can't, I can't stand it. Like, everyone I know, like, took advantage of me. And I really can't take it, man. It's like, I have nothing. Don't ask me for anything. It's just... whatever. I'm fine on my own. I love myself when I ran away from heroin when I was 37. I don't know why. There's some people that don't believe that. That's the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I didn't want it to be the truth. It sounds a bit crazy, but what else? How else was I supposed to love myself? And that's why that person couldn't accept it. Oh, you don't love yourself. Oh. What do you mean? I know they don't love themselves. I know that for a fact. A person doesn't love themselves when they attack you for no reason. That's absolute hating themselves. They take off their mask and they throw it on you. And they attack you and they won't ever stop. So there is something wrong with them hating themselves so bad that they'll just probably continue to always attack the same victim. And it just never ends, it's wrong. There should be no... I don't like my God with, man wrote the Bible, so no one knows. And the only real thing is, God's blood on the cross. So, that is reality. That, God came down to hell earth. Earth's definitely hell. 80% of this earth will tell you that. Total hell. Because, my God. Everything's wrong and backwards and, there shouldn't be victims everywhere. There's too many victims in this world. And in my opinion, an all-loving God would never ever want anyone to suffer. Why? Would he? My whole problem with my whole life was being around really mean bullies. And they get their way. All the time. Because they have the resources. They have the control. They have the money, the control, the resources, the car. And, I'm just a little peasant that they disrespect. And, this life really sucks, man. There's too many super mean bullies out there. It sucks. It really, really does. I should organize. And I just talk. And, yeah. Life is not what you make of it, because most people can't do anything. They have no resources. So you're talking about half the world. And that is a fact. That's a pretty easy given. 1 billion right off the top are third world countries. And then all the homeless that I see, there's like 8 ladies I'd like to help right off the bat. Maybe, I don't know what happened to the one. There's one. It's here. I'd like to help out ladies first, and then men, you know. I mean, ladies, they should all be helped out. You know, why is it that hard to, like, just open up a big fire hall? And I don't think Lancaster has one, like, in Columbia. They don't do anything with it. Or just build one. And I'm just talking about a shack. A big, huge area where you put beds. And it'd be just like, hey man, this is all we can give you, but yeah, if you want to sleep for a day, you're welcome to do that. And, you know, we'll try to give you some income by doing this job, okay, for us. Something like that. Instead of just kicking them out in the street. And be like, oh, okay, well, you go ahead. Try to make it. How can you make it without any income? And there's no structure here in Lancaster or in Columbia that, you know, gives a proper place, a decent, just a shitty, and everyone should have their own room and whatever. There